Introduction to phase lock loop. Phase lock loop is a negative feedback system consists of a phase generator, low pass filter and voltage control oscillator within its loop. Its purpose is to synchronize an output signal with a reference or input signal in a frequency as well as in phase. In the synchronized or locked state, the phase error between the oscillator output signal and the reference signal is zero, or it remains constant. If a phase error builds up, that is, if I give any input signal, a control mechanism acts on an oscillator to reduce the phase error to a minimum so that the phase of the output signal is actually locked to the phase of the reference signal. This is why it is called as PLL. The majority of the PLL applications fall into four main categories. First one is frequency synthesizer, mostly used. So PLL is also referred as frequency synthesizer. Next, frequency and phase modulation and demodulation, then data and carrier recovery, then tracking filters. The classifications of PLL are analog or digital PLL. Then all digital PLL. So this is a block diagram of basic PLL system. First, it contains a phase detector, then a loop filter. It is normally a low pass filter, and you have an amplifier. Since the output of this loop filter is low in amplitude, this is amplified and it is given to a VCO, which will generate an FO oscillating frequency. So if the oscillating frequency and the whatever the frequency that we are giving in the output, that is Fin, is same, then it is called as locked condition. So the basic PLL block diagram consists of three components, and the VCO is connected as a feedback loop. The feedback loop. Phase detector or a phase frequency detector, it produces a signal V5, which is proportional to the phase difference between Vn, Vin and VOSC signal. This is given to a loop filter. So the loop filter, it produces an output voltage Vout, which we'll use to control the frequency of VCO. VCO means voltage control oscillator. So the Vout at the input of the VCO determines the frequency of oscillation, that is FOC of the periodic signal. VOC at the output of VCO. A basic property of PLL attempts to maintain the frequency lock, that is FOC is equal to Fin between VOC and Vin, even if the frequency Fin of the incoming signal varies in time. Assumes the PLL is in the lock condition and the frequency Fin of the incoming signal increases slightly. The phase difference between the VCO signal and the incoming signal will begin to increase in time. As a result, the filter output voltage Vout increases, which will increases the VCO output frequency FOC until it matches Fin, thus keeping the PLL in the locked condition. So you can see this is my reference input and this is my feedback input, that is FOC, and the phase detector, this will find this output is the difference between these two signals, that is this one, and the loop filter, it will convert this one into a proper DC voltage with the help of the low pass filter. So there are three stages of PLL operation. Free running stage. So what is free running stage is when no input is applied to the phase detector, PLL output frequency is FOC is equal to F0, where F0 free running frequency of the VCO. So here you have V0, this is my input signal and this is my output signal FOC. Next one, capture stage. When an input is applied at the phase detector and due to the feedback mechanism, PLL tries to track the output with respect to the input. So this is my capture range. That is F0, it get varies to F0 plus Fc and F0 minus Fc. Next, phase locked stage. So due to the feedback mechanism, the frequency comparison stops when FOC is equal to Fin. So the range of frequency over which the PLL can maintain the lock with the incoming signal is called lock-in range. So the lock-in range of the PLL, it remains from F minimum to F max. So this is my lock-in range, and the lock-in range is wider than the capture range. If the PLL is initially locked and if F max is less than Fin and Fn is less than F minimum, the PLL becomes unlocked, whereas Fn is not equal to FOC. When the PLL is unlocked, the FOC is equal to F0, where F0 is called center frequency or free running frequency of VCO. The capture frequency of PLL. The lock can be established again if the lock incoming signal frequency Fn get close enough to F0. The range of frequency is such that initially unlocked PLL becomes locked. Sometimes a frequency detector is added to a phase detector in order to assist in initial acquisition of lock. Next, pull-in time. The total time taken by the PLL to establish the lock is called pull-in time. So there are two types of phase detector. One is analog phase detector and next one is a digital phase detector. So an analog multiplier mixer can be used as a phase detector, which comprises the phase at each input and generate an error signal V5T, which is proportional to the phase difference between the two input. So we can say one input is cos omega in T plus phi in, and next one input is cos omega OC T plus phi oscillation. So this I can write it as V phi T is equal to 1 divided by 2 cos phi oscillation minus phi in plus cos 2 omega OC T plus phi oscillation plus phi in. So here as I given the output is given to a low pass filter, this high frequency component get removed. So when the loop is locked, that is omega OC is equal to omega in. So you can see these two terms get cancelled out and this becomes 2 omega OC and this whole term get cancelled out. So I will get 1 by 2 cos phi oscillation minus phi in. So any phase difference then show as a control voltage to the VCO, a DC or slow varying AC signal after filtering. So KD is the gain of the phase detector. So its unit is volt by radian. So V phi T is equal to KD into phi OC minus phi in, where KD pi by 2 is equal to VDD by 2. So I can write KD is equal to VDD by pi. That is the maximum it can vary up to VDD by 2. The phase difference it can vary up to VDD by 2 because it cannot reach VDD. Okay, so the total the maximum phase difference is 0 to 180 degree. So this graph shows the average transfer characteristics of such phase detector. Next, digital phase detector. A simple digital phase detector is an XOR gate with logic low output. V5 is equal to 0 and the logic high in output V5 is equal to VDD. So we know that 0, 1 For the input 0, 1 and 1, 0, it will produces 1. So if there is any phase difference for 1 and 0, it will produces 1. For 1 and 1, it will produces 0. So the PL is in lock condition where Vin and VOC are two phase shifted periodic square wave signals at the same frequency. FOC is equal to Fin, that is equal to 1 divided by T, and with 50% duty ratio. The output of phase filter is a periodic square wave signal V5 T at the frequency 2 Fin, and with a duty ratio D5 that depends on the phase difference phi of t is equal to phi OC of t minus phi in of t between V in and VOC. So d5 is equal to phi by pi. The DC component V5 of the phase detector output can be found easily as the average of V5 t over a period t in by 2. So I can write V5 is equal to VDD by pi phi. So that is equal to KD pi, where KD is called phase detector gain. So we know that KD is equal to VDD by pi, and its unit is volt by radian, and it ranges from 0 to pi. So you can see it ranges from 0 to pi, and it can reach a value called VDD. So you can see, so it will reach the value VDD. So the average output rises to Vout is equal to VDD by pi, and del phi is equal to 0 to VDD when del phi goes from 0 to pi. For del phi greater than pi, the average output begins to drop. Next one, loop filter. The output phi of t of the phase detector is filtered by low pass loop filter. The purpose of the low pass filter is to pass the DC and low frequency portion of V5 of t, and to alternate the high frequency AC component at the frequency 2 pi Fin. The simple RC filter has a transfer function f of s is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus sRC. So I can write RC is equal to 1 divided by omega pi, where f of p is equal to omega p divided by 2 pi is a cutoff frequency of the filter. If Fp is less than 2 Fin, the output of the filter V0 is approximately equal to the DC component V5 of the phase detector output. In practice, the high frequency component are not completely eliminated and can be observed as high frequency AC ripple around the DC or slow varying V0. In general, the filter output Vout as a function of phase difference. Note that Vout is equal to 0 if Vin and VOC are in phase, and it reaches the maximum value Vout is equal to VDD when the two signals are exactly out of phase, that is phi is equal to pi. For 0 less than phi and phi less than or equal to pi, V0 increases, and for phi greater than pi, V0 decreases. The characteristics of a periodic in phi with period 2 pi, the range 0 less than or equal to phi and phi less than or equal to pi is a range where the PLL can operate in the locked condition. The voltage control oscillator. In PLL application, VCO is treated as linear time invariant system. To obtain an arbitrary output frequency, a finite Vout is required. So let us define phi OC minus phi in is equal to phi naught. The XR function produces an output pulse whenever there is a phase misalignment. Suppose that an output frequency omega 1 is needed. From the upper right figure, we see that the control voltage V1 will be necessary to produce this output frequency. So I'm talking about this diagram. The phase detector can produce this V1 only by maintaining the phase offset phi at its input. In order to minimize the required phase offset or error, the PLL loop gain KD K0 should be maximized, since phi is equal to V1 divided by KD, that is equal to omega 1 minus omega 0 divided by KD K0. Thus, a high loop gain KD K0 is beneficial for reducing the phase error. So from the phase detector, we know that V1 is equal to Kd phi, where phi is equal to V1 by Kd. From VCO, V1 is equal to omega 1 minus omega naught divided by K naught. So phi is equal to V1 by Kd. So I am going to substitute that value. So phi is equal to omega 1 minus omega naught divided by Kd K naught. So these are the common PLL application. First, it is used as a clock multiplier, then clock generator, and frequency synthesizer, clock and data recovery, and FM demodulation. So these are my the textbook which I have referred, and these are my reference book. Thank you.